I'll tell you what I give a yay to.
What?
Well, we're missing a company meeting right now. They scheduled it at 12:30.
I'm mad.
I can look out the window and see a group of people involved in a meeting.
Now, why wouldn't they say let's do it after Willard and Dibbs, a night meeting?
That means you'd have to stick around.
Well, I could go and come back.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Like, it's really bothering me seeing I can't fraternize, and then they're all on the and we're in here.
Yeah, I actually look at it as a perk of the job that they continually schedule these meetings during our show.
Can you remember 20 foul calls in one quarter? I can't. Kings Lakers back in Ying Yang years. Man.
What's Ying Yang?
When you don't remember the actual year where they beat came back.
By the way, I gotta go. I gotta take this call. As far as I know, we've been in the new building now about a month or two.
I'm gonna say about 2.
Okay, I believe this is the longest somebody has waited on hold to get onto the show so far.
I've never liked that as a caller to put my business out there and make it seem like I ain't got. Just say I'm on. You know what I mean?
Hunter's Point Ray's been waiting an hour and 10 minutes. Thank you, Hunter Point Ray. Thank you for hanging in there.
All right, fellas, I appreciate that. How you guys doing today?
Doing well, thank you.
Good. 2 quick things, and then I'll let you go to your meeting. LOL. Steiny, you said something earlier, and I agree with you. Draymond Green is a 4th-stage cancer for the Warriors and with the referees moving forward. Number 2, and this hurt my heart yesterday, this is the first time I've seen Curry do an interview to where he looked like he was crying. And I really think that he kind of sees the writing on the wall, that this is probably it for the Warriors. Number 2, I think he knows that the Warriors have to do something with Draymond, and that's probably moving on from him. And Curry knows this. You can see his action even in the game, and the same with Clay. I do think the writing is on the wall. Draymond Green antics yesterday in the game was just unacceptable. You come back from a 5-game suspension and you get a tech? Come on, give me a break. This is it. I mean, the Warriors, even as a franchise, the franchise took a hit. The franchise took a hit, and they know this, and so they have to move on from Draymond. And so I'd like to know, what do you guys think about that?
And I love you for bringing up the Curry, Steiny. You know what he's talking about? Because I watched it and I said to myself, he's tired, maybe he's got a little cold or something, but it looked like there could have been tears. And I know there wasn't tears, but it was an emotional Curry. Like, I know what he's talking about, to where I didn't even want to bring it to the forefront because I thought, that's just, the chef ain't there yet. Like, it's too early for that. But, Steiny, I'm telling you, those looks in that interview, you could see him being despondent at times, man.
Is that what you want to – do you want your leaders to be despondent?
No, I don't want to Ray's point, Steiny, what's Curry really thinking about? Maybe the decisions that he's had a hand in about what's going on. And what do you call Dre? Whatever you call that yesterday. Because Dre was good for the first quarter or two. But what was that, man? Because it went back to the wrestling stuff. And it's okay when you win, but when you don't. And I'm not blaming him for the L, but that technical didn't help.
Draymond Green, 33 minutes, 8 points.
2 threes.
So what, Goo? Like, seriously, 8 points is 8 points. He's not averaging any more points this year than last year.
6 rebounds, 3 assists.
6 rebounds, 3 assists.
4 turnovers.
8, 6, and 3.
And 4.
Give me a break.
4 turnovers. That's a team-wide issue, man.
I don't like to.
Ray, I felt that call. I hope he's wrong, but people ain't just picking up the horn to call in and throw eggs at a team not even 20 games in. But talking about the end of a dynasty sounds more romantic than if that's what we're watching, how it actually looks.
All dynasties crumble.
But it's emotional.
Well, yeah, and it's ugly.
And wow. And last night was ugly.
I look at the Boston Celtics in the 80s where their dynasty came to an end, and you know what? I'm almost thinking, well, that's the way you want it to happen. career-ending injuries. You think I'm kidding? I'm not. Bird got to 89, 90. It's like he's washed. Not washed. He was still pretty good. But he can't play. He's back. It's over. Like, so it wasn't really that painful.
But your best player is still playing.
Who?
Curry. And anybody, Giannis,
he's not playing as well as he has.
In regard to turnovers.
In regard to turnovers? In regard to assists? His defense has never been worse.
29 points.
Yeah, no, he can score. He's always going to be able to score. But he's not nearly the last 10 games have not been nearly as good as the first 8.
Man.
I'm just saying.
I know, and I'm not putting one player on a pedestal, Steiny, but Steve Kerr, you really, for the first time, and I defended you, taking Moses Moody out of that game, for him to stay ready, he deserved it. Like we talk about when the team's down, and we've seen the Warriors down 25, 30 points, and here comes, we've seen it this year. Do you take Pajinski and the rest of the gang out? But that was just one he needed to finish. He earned that. Okay, that's just the side part, but.
Well, if he was going to,
I get you. You're saying he wasn't part of he ain't part of the clique.
Like, I guess what I would tell Warrior fans is you have every right to say, boy, I wish you would have kept Moody in. He should have kept Moody in. And I'm here to tell you it never crossed his mind, essentially. He was coming back with Wiggins, he said, and he wanted to finish with other veterans. Yeah, I can play that sound. Right here. That's, thank you, Evan. Appreciate that. I'll let Steve Kerr say it, not me.
Moses was awesome tonight. We needed to get Wiggs on the floor for defense against Fox. Decided to go with Clay and our vets. We thought about keeping him out there, but we made the move that we made. By the way, Moses was fantastic. Out of the rotation tonight to start the game. Talked to him before the game and explained what we were doing. The guy, he reminds me of Loon. Moses, he's the ultimate pro. Just continues to work every single day, and understands, embraces coaching, embraces the work. Moses, he's a special guy. He's like a wing version of Loon, and that matters. That's why he's going to be in the league for a long time.
Why would he be out of the rotation?
Because he's the 10th guy in a 9-man rotation. I mean,
well, he didn't play like that in the fourth quarter yesterday. Like, that guy should never be out of the rotation. For what? And then you say you bring him in for defense. Moody's defense is better than Clay's at this point.
Yeah. Neither's is very good.
Well, it sounded like he kind of explained it right there. I mean, to your point, Sonny, about him never considering him finishing the game. If he wasn't supposed to be in the rotation to start the game, why would he finish the game?
Yeah. I'm
with Evan, can't things change on the fly, especially when I hit the first 11 of the team's 12 points in the fourth quarter, and the team needed that? I mean, the Warriors were drowning. Moody 3. And a caller earlier talked about a couple threes got wiped off the board he hit.
What if Steve Kerr would tell you, and I'll bet you he might, so what's the most amount of minutes this year Moody's played consecutively? What's been his longest stint in a game? Because I'll bet you we were close. Because he actually
start the fourth quarter?
Yes, he did. And he also ended the fourth quarter, but ended the third quarter, but came out at the very end for a situational thing with 2 seconds left. So I think Steve Kerr would say, man, and I get it, this can be dismissed, but I bet you Moody hasn't had many 9-minute stints before, meaning
I was going to say 8. Fatigued. And it probably was one of those games Curry and Draymond were both out.
Right. Yeah, I think you're probably right there. 888-957-9570 is the number. The Warriors now 8-10. By the way, if you're of the school of thought that believes that listen, it's still not dire, and this team won a title 2 years ago. They did. And 2 years ago today, the Warriors were 16-2. 16-2. Yeah. On their way to an unforeseen title. This year, they're 8-10.
Ask me why I didn't like the Draymond technical besides the point that it gave Sacramento a point.
How come?
it was like Roberto Duran. Malik Monk was in his bag. Even when the ball didn't go in, I felt like they were tired of trying to guard guys like that. So now the only way you need help, ref, Zebra, can you help us with the carry? He's carrying the ball. But how about Dre, you get a stop? How about somebody in the Warrior uniform stop him? And I'm not saying Monk was unstoppable, but it was a signal to me, Steiny. He's got he was wearing on him, and so was Fox. And that's how you get a tech to signal the dude's carrying? How about your D up?
You know, I
didn't like that.
I think there's a lot of people that would say something's up with the Warriors. They're just not. Something's wrong with the Warriors. And obviously it's never one thing. It's a bunch of things. Now, I get it. There's probably a percentage of people out there that are saying, relax.
Okay.
But I do think most people are starting to feel like this is last year. There's some stuff going on.
This is last year.
And to me, of all the things, let me ask you this. If you're of the belief that something's got to change, if you're of the belief that nothing's going right and they got problems, what's the biggest problem this team has? I mean, to me, the number one issue with this team right now is still not Wiggins and it's not Clay. To me, the number one problem with this team right now is Draymond Green and where they're at with Draymond Green and where Draymond Green is at and how much he has left and how much he's almost beginning to impact games more negatively as his skill set diminishes. That to me.
But he just missed, to your point, and I know he just missed 5 games and they were 2-3. So
what's your point?
The point is the team still is not playing good basketball.
Maybe because they can get no cohesion because he's out of the lineup all the time. You can't get suspended 5 games, get ejected twice, and not think you're a detriment to the team. You're a detriment to the team because we lost a rotation player.
Right.
And now, guys, people say, if what do you care, Steiny? You think Draymond Green stinks. First of all, I don't think he stinks. Secondly, it's not just you lose Draymond. You're asking a player lesser than Draymond to be better than he normally is. To me, I think they made a deal.
Yeah,
they made the deal.
They sold their soul.
And
I
wonder if they have any regrets.
Okay, and we can find out because things can be done after the 15th of December if this thing doesn't get fixed. But to me, Steiny, the bridge from the young guys to the old guys, and you bring in Chris Paul, the Warriors brought in a 38-year-old player with injury history. You brought him to your team. You got older, and you needed to depend on the young guys. And to me, Steve Kerr has threw a stick of dynamite and sent a message to the young guys. No matter how good you ball, you can't beat the ghost of what we were.
You should have been complaining about this before they signed their veterans and before you said, Steiny, I think this is a championship team. Let's keep doing it. Let's keep going back to the well with Draymond and Steph and Clay and Looney and Wiggins. Let's go back. Let's go back. Okay, you went back. And now, after 18 games, it feels like a lot of people are like, oh, no, let's redo it and play the young guys. Well, how's Steph going to feel about that? I thought we all determined that if Steph wants Draymond here, he's here.
Yeah.
Okay, well, you got a problem.
But we're talking about said game. Last night, you really think Curry would have been pissed off if Moody kept playing and Clay didn't get... I think we're at a point where, he would have obviously knew it was happening, but it wasn't like it was going to happen every game from here on out. Yeah. What about when my brother's playing better than me, I got enough pride, and I'm a team guy to where, you know what? He deserves to be out there. We'll talk about it after. We keep moving. But when you see Clay go at Kawakami, he's fighting something. He's fighting his mortality. And that ain't good for anybody.
How much does Draymond Green care? See, here's the other thing about Draymond. You ask me why I think Draymond is among the bigger issues, if not the biggest. And, you look at Klay Thompson, and it's clear he's trying. It's eating him up inside. Yeah. Curry. We just had a last caller talk about Curry. It's wearing on Curry. Yeah. But this is where Draymond is such an enigma and such a difficult person to really get a handle on. This is the same. Draymond Green, their ultimate competitor, is also the guy who's got a track record of checking out when they're not good. That's the other problem. Klay Thompson is tormented right now. He's tormented. You can tell he's fighting everything. God love him. I mean that. Draymond Green is different. He's sitting on 4 more years at $25 million, and it just but this is the same.
What does it feel?
This is the same guy who said he has trouble getting out of bed in March. This is the same guy who, when Steph got hurt, he took the year off. This is the same guy who has been ejected 7 of 11 times when Steph Curry doesn't play with him. Like, that's a problem.
Why did they re-sign him?
Because they thought they were going to still win. Probably.
Which is still on the board.
Okay. Well, you want
I'm just saying
you want
that.
It both ways.
No, I don't. It ain't about what I want. I'm just saying it's enough math to turn. They can win 20 in a row. You're right. But it's still so young in the season.
Well, well, then let's
for
not
Kerr to say, nobody even asked you, for Kerr to say we're not in the free fall. Okay, you're in a free fall if you got to say you're not in a free fall. You're in something. You are in something. And 8 and 10, 10th seed in the West is not what you signed up for. This is what you said is last year.
Math still works. No need to get upset.
Oh, that's all we got.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So don't get mad. Get mad when you finally do give in and give up.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. Dave's in Oakland. Hey, Dave. What's up, buddy? Mm-hmm.
Dave.
Hey, how's it going?
Yeah.
Can you fellas hear me?
Yes, sir.
So, look, first and foremost, man, I think, Steiny, I think you're a professional scoffer. You're a professional cynic.
Yeah.
About everything.
Okay.
I don't know why everybody is so up in arms. We ain't 20 games yet, and everybody acting like, oh, it's all over. It's all over. The Warriors did the same thing in the year they won the championship.
No, they didn't.
Nobody seen that coming.
No, they didn't.
They was god awful.
They were 16-2. They started that yeah, but after 18 games, they were 16-2. That championship year.
And then last year we had no Wiggins,
right?
And we still made it to
still got no round. Wiggins.
So I don't know what all. It's like everybody forgets so fast. Like, we got 4 championships, 4 within 8 years or.
Yeah.
Is my math wrong?
But the goal is to get 5, though. The goal is to get 5. That's all we're saying.
Yeah. No, I understand that. I understand that the goal is to get 5, but the disrespect to Draymond, it has to stop. It has to stop.
He has to stop disrespecting the game. That's the problem. That's the problem.
We had 100-point Joe go in on Dre, and then we got people calling to side with Dre. Because I wasn't mad at Dre.
100's point, right?
Yeah. Oh, 100's point right. Thank you.
Well, the disrespect for Draymond's got to stop. He doesn't disrespect anybody.
Yeah. The optic. What is it? The optics. It's looking bad for him, man.
Yeah, but you know what? I mean, he's only got 3 years.
But when you say that, you say it like the people that gave him the only got are ready for him to hit the door. They had an opportunity to close the door. So, Steiny, I'm going to defend Dre from this vantage point. And I know your number one answer. They couldn't afford to let him go, but sometimes there's addition by subtraction. It's not that bad behind closed doors for the Warriors. I did.
Criticize the
I couldn't believe. It's Lake Up. He's the killer.
What do you mean?
He's supposed to have a pulse on everything that is his team. So I'm just telling all the people that are fed up with Dre, what did I tell you? My famous line is famous to me. I'm not going to get more upset at Dre than the organization. You think they are?
Yes, of course. This is a joke. What's going on right now? Please.
He's not their biggest issue, man.
Who is?
All of them. They're slow foot.
He's their biggest issue because he's under contract for 4 more years, and he's not the player he was, and he's getting worse. He's getting worse as a player, and he's deteriorating as a teammate. Unbelievable. I can't, this guy, you want to talk about leading a charmed life. Draymond Green.
Well, they gave it to him, man.
It's like people are saying, well, you can't even criticize Draymond. It is who he is. Okay, guess what? You're 8-10. But you know what? At 8-10, he's going to come out. Oh, he's going to.
Can I say something?
He's going to put his heart and soul into a team that's 8-10.
I used to get butt whooping.
Why is everybody so scared of Draymond Green?
I used to get my butt whooped at home when the teacher would call home. She'd put your name on the chalkboard if you were talking, and then she put a check mark by your neck, by your name, and that meant she was calling your parents. I used to stay after to try to beg her, don't call. She'd be like, what's going to happen, Miss Sims, Alvarado? What's going to happen? I'm like, I'm going to get a whooping. Don't do it. My point is, Dre's not getting any punishment. So when that name went on the board, I knew what Norm was going to do when I got home if I got the check. So I stopped. Steiny, you just said it. He missed 5 games. Even if I wanted to get a technical, I wouldn't have, just because it was the first game back. But to blow past the technical police and just say, I've been gone.
Right. You're
my first game back because I want to cry.
You're laughing about it.
No, but I want to cry.
If it's still
and I'm mad that he
didn't have
the wherewithal to be like, you know what? No. I ain't getting the tech.
You're not mad. You're still in the let Draymond be Draymond.
Because they are.
Okay, well, you're wrong,
it bothers me
and they're wrong.
How about that? It bothers me at my core. There's nothing we can do about it.
Yes, you can.
I'm calling it out. We've done it for 2 years.
You haven't called him out. You still
were in the documentary.
Stop. You're not calling him out. You're still laughing about last night. You are.
What's funny?
What's funny is that you're still tolerated.
Oh, yeah.
You still tolerate it. I'm done with it.
You don't have
Draymond Green.
But that's not going to stop him.
No, but what I'm saying is,
could stop him.
What I'm saying, I'm not kowtowing to this crap anymore.
Okay.
He's hurting the team.